Hi. Hi, how are you, Miss
Morning.
Vincent? Good, how are you?
Good.
Alrighty.
Busy week.
Oh, yes. You know, Rachel's just kind of going off the rails again, but it's okay.
Yes.
All right,
Okay, so I have my computer pulled up here to talk about our data assessments and about this data team meeting.
All right, so just probably as like a quick review, the things we're going to talk about today are the students I can statements, where I can identify the roles and importance of each branch of government and their role in the lawmaking process.
The learning targets that we have posted on our boards.
So we're just going to kind of discuss about the summative assessment that we just took, how we got there, and then kind of look at like the common things that students got wrong and how we can improve on that. So.
Yes. Okay, so right here, if you look on my laptop, it says that the students did okay across the board. We had 70% of students proficient and 30 that was below. So that's what we need to really focus on and improve to get those students to the level that we need. We had a test that was worth 40 points and set 80% as a proficiency level, which I think that worked real well. I think that gave us a good range. Looking especially at the federal judge appointment area, only 40% of students got this correct, so that we need to go back and hit that, reteach it, do something to fix it. Otherwise, I think we're off to a good start.
Yeah. I also noticed that a lot of students in our extended response question for the lawmaking process, I don't know if it was the structure of the test and how we worded it. Let me just grab this assessment out. I don't know if it was how we worded the assessment or if the students were just not understanding it. How did yours do with the lawmaking process?
I think we could definitely use some work. That was the most missed question on our test as well. But as far as like strengths and weaknesses, my students did really good with the multiple choice. The essay wasn't bad. Short answer was pretty good.
So all of the selected responses
Yes,
were good?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so all of my selected responses were good too. So it's clear that if we give a student like kind of
options,
and they do well. I see a lot of mine just wrote notes like on the extended response. So even if we left it open, it was just clear that they didn't completely understand what specifically that meant. Like I had one student who got it correct, or got all of the points
correct.
So.
Yes,
they really did that one out of 20.
They need to be specific and explain on their essay questions. But as far as my class's selected responses, they were pretty good, which was the multiple choice, and I think that is like a strength. And as far as weaknesses, I think that we both said that our weaknesses were similar, so we need to figure out a plan to improve that.
Okay, so let's just set up a goal on how we could improve it. So let's start with the extended response in the lawmaking process, because I've already kind of thought about some ideas that we could do this just whenever I was grading and thinking about it. So obviously it was clear that they didn't understand that. So I guess my thoughts were kind of, instead of doing another assessment for that part specifically, or another like test, we have each student get, or like groups of students get in groups, and then each student is going to represent a different branch of government, and then they have to make up and then in order to keep it fun, they have to make up some crazy law, like you have to eat pizza on Tuesdays or something. And then each student represents a different part of government, or like a different branch of government, and they have to explain like what they do in that process and how
that goes through the lawmaking process.
So that way we can still kind of like look at a project and reassess that, relearn it without having to do another exam.
I would agree.
Okay, so do you want to assign that?
Yes.
Like tomorrow, and then when do you want to have it due?
I think that we should have it due by maybe next Wednesday.
Okay. Next Wednesday. Works for me. We can give them that time to just go, like we'll give them the social studies
time to work together. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so do we want to figure out something with the appointed judges?
That was good for our improvements. Yeah. That question. I think for that we need to do. Honestly, I think that we should reteach that, because I noticed that like my students didn't do well. It didn't sound like yours did either. So we need to go back. Let's reteach it. We can make up a fun worksheet that helps them understand it,
and like a game or something.
Yeah,
because I had some people.
It would work.
Use technology in a fun way. Because I had some students that were on the right track, but it was clear that they didn't specifically understand it. So.
Yeah, we could go back and assess that, and I think that would be good.
For sure.
So let's cross that off the list.
Okay. So
what about SMART goals?
So that was okay. So looking at like the law or the lawmaking process, so we could just say that like it'll increase from 70% of students being proficient to 90% of students being proficient, because since that was our extended response and it was worth half of the test, I think that if we were able to really focus on that and they could earn partial credit back, it would push them up to that 90, like it would push them up to that proficient level, and our proficient level was 80%. So I think if we had that, it would push them up to that proficiency level, and we could give them like partial points back.
Yes, I think that we need to give our students feedback on what they did well, what they didn't do well, what to improve on, and also during that time, we need to meet with them and set goals as to like where they should be at, how to get there, and I think that would be a good plan.
I agree. Okay. Okay, so how about we'll wait for our next meeting until after next Wednesday, because they'll start presenting on Wednesday. So then we can meet, like, do you just want to do Friday after, or Thursday after school?
Thursday after school? Yeah, like at 4 o'clock?
Yeah, works for me.
Thank you. I will see you later.
See you then.